Putting here is because your slot corner or slot safety is basically like a corner, but 3 true corners at a time. Are you guys considering using that more this year?
Yeah, we look at what that guy has to do, right, in terms of how it fits to our opponents and everything that position has to do, and we think a corner can do it. We think it's not a place where you really have to be, a hard, tough run defender, and we can involve our corners there more. And we think that'll give us more depth as the season goes along. We didn't have a lot of depth at the nickel position last year when Cam was hurt a lot, so that'll give us an increased ability to get those guys reps too.
How's Davison looking so far, the transfer?
Great, he's looking fantastic. He gets his hands on a lot of balls. He competes. He's got a mental toughness to him. Very pleased to have him here.
To the point of what you're talking about with the nickels, maybe using some corners in there. Jair Brown, maybe somebody.
Jair Brown, yeah, and Ryan. So all those guys that are, maybe a second or third corner. I think as many reps as we can get them at nickel helps us be ready for all the things we can have and get them playing time and be ready for all the things that can happen during the season too.
Jim, just observing, it looks like Josh Proctor's come on, this spring, but what are you seeing out of him? You see a renewed resolve, or what do you
Yeah,
notice?
I'm seeing, a focus, a determination. Josh is a really great kid to be around, and he's I think become extremely serious this spring. He knows it's his chance. He's running out of time. We can point out the things that have happened to him in the past. We can teach from it, and he's got to do it in practice. That's the only time he can do it, and he is. Just watch him how he pursues the ball and the angles. Those are invaluable reps because something bad happens, that guy has to make the tackle. We didn't do that all the time last year, and I think he's focused on that. You don't have to tackle, just being in the right position all the time. So yeah, I'm seeing some good things from him.
Did he kind of get lost last year? How would you describe that fall?
Yeah, I felt like, with the transition and, he had some nagging injuries that I think held back his reps early. And, I feel like when you come in with a new program that on defense, that in order for me to develop that confidence and faith, guys got to play a lot. They got to play a lot in practice, and he missed some reps and just kind of set him behind.
Jim, it looked like on Saturday that Proctor was at the adjuster and Lathan was at the bandit. Is that how you see them kind of long term, or is that just a one-day thing, just sort of positionally?
No, I think that's the way. That's the way we've been working it. I think it puts them to play to their strengths. It puts Josh in the middle of the field more. It allows Lathan to be the drop-down run defender more, and Josh can do it too. But we're just trying to play to their strengths. And then you have Sonny, who I think is we're over there with Lathan doing a great job, and I think we'll be much better there this year.
How do you see Sonny? Because you mentioned earlier in the spring, you got to find something for Sonny to do, but Lathan is kind of your only returning starter. If he's in that bandit spot, it would seem that maybe he's blocking some of the opportunities that Sonny might have. So how do you kind of work around that?
Yeah, well, we have to, we're going to get him in, but I think when you start out, you have to establish depth. You got to establish competition. We need to be better as a defense, and I think everybody needs to feel that competition. So having Sonny there right now establishes a nice competition with him and Lathan, and then ultimately, you're right. We think they both can play, and then it's my job to find a way to get them both on the field.
Jim, every situation is different, but can you just talk us through how you generally view it or handle it when you have a young guy who's talented, has skills, but is learning his way, and maybe you have more veteran players who just have been around and are a little more reliable? How do you balance that? What does the younger player have to show you to be trusted? Is that difficult? Is it easy? How do you handle it?
You have to start in base defense. You have to take that young, promising player, and he's got to win with the twos. Right? You have to show that, number one, you can dominate with the twos, right? Start there. Okay, you show us you can dominate with the twos. Now we can start to mix you with the ones. and you show you hold your own with the ones, now it's up to me to create more positions and opportunities for you. But you got to win. You got to kick ass with the twos first.